I don't think it's my province, and I don't want it to be my province, to somebody not to do something they will love to do or believe they would love to do, and to shape their career plans out of my narrow perspectives. They are not going to find being in an index business all that exciting. Indexing, in fact, is boring, and I tell people you'll be bored to death for 70 years. So don't look at your statements. And when you open your last statement after 75 years or 50 years or whatever it is for the first time, you just make sure you've got a good cardiologist around, because you are going to go into you're going to have a heart attack. You're not going to believe there's that much money there. So boring to do, but tremendously rewarding over the long run. So I'm not going to tell people to stay out of active management if they want to do it, if they believe that's their calling. We need a much better active management business, and I would tell them to try and make it better, to work with the kind of firms that are trying to do the best they can for their clients, to be client-centric and not marketing-centric, to be fiduciary-centric, stewardship-centric, and not salesmanship-centric, to be management-centric and not marketing-centric, and to the extent you can, and that's where I give Longleaf and Dodge and Cox a high grades. If you look at their record, sometimes a little better, sometimes a little worse, but they're never going to really let you down, and they're never going to have a hot product. They're distinguished in this industry where the big guys like us maybe have an average of 150 funds, believe that or not, 130 anyway, and they probably run, Dodge and Cox probably runs 6, and Longleaf probably runs 4. I don't know the exact numbers, but they know what they're doing in the business. That does not make them free from error, not make them free from investment mistakes, but you can trust someone who knows his job is to manage your money to the best of his ability or her ability, and not be diverted by trying to catch the next go-go wave. Sure. And then look to your strengths. What if you're going to be a security analyst? What industries do you really get your heart going a little pity-pat about? Retail is probably different from technology, and you probably don't have to know quite as much either in retail. If you look at the retail industry I'm speaking of here, as compared to technology or healthcare, where all these exciting things are going on, and the outcome is unknown to anybody. And I'd say always be aware of the big picture. Know financial history, and
it's a good start. Hopefully, taking this class.
Yeah, know your financial history. Talk to Dick Sill up at NYU about this, and it's the one thing I have tried to do. And I'm no damn paragon, but I am aware of history. I care deeply about history. Again, without claiming or having any expertise at all, but it's nice to know what happened before. It's not so wise to think the same things will happen all over again, but I think it's Mark Twain who said, history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes.
Indeed.
Something to that thing. So I'd say you're going to find it much more rewarding to live a life of integrity, where maybe you make a little less money or a lot less money. And this is a highly rewarded system right now. If indexing becomes half of it instead of a third of it, that's not going to be so good. But those things will happen or they won't happen. They're without your control. So take responsibility. Work harder than you're expected to. Work longer than you're expected to. Work smarter than you're expected to. And do your best to make sure that whomever you're investing money for, you're putting their interests first. It's called fiduciary duty. Kind of forgotten all that. So there's an honorable way to be in this business, and a way that is, I don't want to say dishonorable, but I would say less than honorable. Everybody knows, a lot of corners are being cut. A lot of information has been thrown around here and there. Stuff is very discreditable to the financial business, and deservedly so. And it hates all these regulations, fights with an awful lot of money to have any regulations go on. But we brought it as an industry on ourselves to be regulated. Regulation doesn't come out of nowhere.
Right.
If somebody punches you in the nose, somebody wants to pass a law that says you may not punch somebody in the nose with impunity at least.
Right.
And so, have confidence in the role of capitalism in the world. There is no other way, my opinion. But man, we are a long way from true capitalism in this world. Bring it home.
There you go.
Bring that late lamented capitalism home. Bring it home to the financial field, which is the center core of all this. And, have a great career. And if it doesn't work out, try something else.